Hey guys, Quengus here. Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different because it's not a tutorial video, but it's more of a Datapack concept showcase video. So today I'm going to be showing you something I've been working on for the past week, which is the mining helmet flashlight. So this doesn't require a client like Optifine that uses like dynamic lighting to light up caves and things like that using torches or any light source block. It only just requires a data pack, which I'm going to be linking in the description below. So the first thing I want to show you is how to craft it. Basically what you want to do is you want to place it on a crafting table with 4 gold ingots down like that, kind of like in a boost formation. Put a redstone lamp over there, and then a lever down here, and you get a knowledge book. There's supposed to be a mining helmet here, but regular vanilla crafting doesn't support NBT yet, so we're going to stick with the knowledge book. So what happens is when we put this in our inventory, it switches to a mining helmet right here. You might be wondering, it's a carrot on a stick. I mean, you can't really put it on here. What you do is just crouch and your helmet automatically goes on. And there's a little sound to it as well, so it's kind of cool. To use it, just right click like that. And it'll shine a beam of light to about 25 blocks away, so there is a range to it. This ray of light only stops at full blocks like this and this, but things like grass it will go through, and also leaves. So if we go through, let's say up here, and we shine it down there, you see we're aiming through here and the light is going through. And so there's like a whole list of blocks that this flashlight is able to go through. This ray of light also stops when it hits an entity. So as you see there, I'm looking away. We can turn on hitboxes. We're looking away and then we go in and it stops like that. This is really useful for caving because you actually can see what's in front of you, unlike dynamic lighting from Optifine, which you can only see a little bit in front of you, unless you have full bright, but that really defeats the point of this whole data pack. Although this is really useful, it's not exactly perfect. So one of the problems is that it updates gravel or just any falling block that has been naturally generated. So things like this that aren't falling are instantly updated if you look like this. And it's really annoying because if you're mining and you look up, the whole gravel patch over there might like suffocate you. Because you're giving up an armor space to put your helmet on, I've added a little bit of armor down here to help protect you a little bit. Of course you can't exactly enchant it because it's a carrot on a stick, but it does its job. So now that I showed you what it does, you might be wondering, how does it work? I'm going to be showing you what I wrote in the data pack. So the first thing I want to show you is how I made the crafting. And it was super simple using one recipes file, one advancements file, and one function file. And so first thing I'm going to show you is the recipes. It's super simple, just this one crafting shape, 4 golden ingots up this pattern right here, a redstone lamp right here, and a lever down here. And it gave me a result of 1 knowledge book. Now after I crafted it, I need to know that I got the knowledge book. So what I did was I got an advancement right here calling crafted helmet, and it basically detected if I have a knowledge book in my inventory. And if I do, it'll run the function crafted helmet. And crafted helmet basically revokes the advancement so I can get it again, clears the knowledge book from my inventory, and gives me a carrot on a stick. And this is the whole crafted thing. Now I'm going to show you how I did the crouch equip. So I have a scoreboard down here which detected if I was sneaking or crouching, and I named it equip. And what I did was I go to tick, and up here it says if my score is equip equals 1 or more, and if I'm not in game with spectator, it detects if I'm holding my helmet in my main hand and if there's nothing in my helmet slot already, using these 2 predicates, so helmet main and no helmet. No helmet detects air, and main detects if there's a carrot on a stick with an NBT of mining 1, which I put in the crafting helmet function right here. Alright, so going back to the tick function, it detected if my score of equip was more than 1, so when you hold down sneak or whatever, the score will go up by 1 every tick. And so what I did was that I detected if it was more than 1, and I did the mining helmet equip. And then I just reset the scoreboard so it can go back to 0. So basically what this does is it just replaces my armor head slot with my main hand. And then it just clears my main hand with air. And then it plays the equip armor sound at that player's location. I did that by doing execute at s right here. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go to the real stuff. The first thing I did was add a click up here, which detected if I was clicking or not, so right click. And then I also added a range. So this Raycast, I learned this from Cloudwolf. I'll link his video down in the description below if you want to do something like this as well. I made it so if it wasn't a carrot on a stick that had the tag mining 1, it will reset the click. So that's up here with execute as at A, predicate, holding helmet. And I also did it so if there's a click of more than 2, so that's toggle on and off, it'll reset to 0 or none. And if they were in spectator, automatically they will be set to none or 0. And so now this is the Raycast stuff. So these are for the main hand, offhand, and head slot. I'm too stupid to find out how to do all 3 in just one line, so I just did this. And basically what it does is it anchors at their eyes, so it shoots from their eyes, at their location of course. Position a quarter of a block away from their eyes if the block is helmet pass. And so I mentioned before, blocks like tall grass or transparent blocks, the Raycast goes through them. And as you see there, it detects if there is a transparent block there, and if there is, it will shoot the Raycast. If there isn't, then there won't be any light. So now let's go into the Raycast. So I added the score range. What range does is it limits the range of the light to 25 blocks, and it adds up every time there is a Raycast function. Down here is detecting if the Raycast hit an animal or a mob, entity, whatever. You see here it says set range to 50. If there is a entity, it will effectively stop it by setting the range to 50. You might be wondering why it's 50, and I'll explain that later. Down here is basically the Raycast loop function. This Raycast function will basically just redo this whole script over and over again until the range is over 50, or if there is not a block that is transparent. Now it says the range is 50, and as you see here it has half a block. What this does is it just makes it a more accurate Raycast. If we did 25 range, this will only go up to 12.5 and not 25. And so that's why I had to double the range here to 50. Down here, this is where this generates the light. And so it's using the new marker and light features from 1.17. As you see here, it detects if there is mining helmet air. It summons a marker that has a tag of light, and it also sets a block of light. Why didn't we just use pass? Well, it's because when we place the light over like a transparent block, it'll just delete that block. And we don't really want that because that's really just deleting a block when you don't need to. So instead, it only deletes air. Down here is basically the same thing as fill. I just commented it out. Alright, so we got our Raycast. It'll keep going until it is at 50 if it hits an entity or if it hit a non-transparent block. Wait, these are light blocks. How do you destroy them? So now what we need to know is how to break these light blocks so they don't stay there forever. That's why I summoned a marker entity. And so this is what clears out the light blocks. Back in my tick function, at the top, you see here, execute at e tag light. What this does is it executes at all marker entities, and it just replaces the light block with air again. And then it kills itself. So right before they do another Raycast function. Down here, there's a scoreboard reset range, which resets the range, so you can do the whole 50 thing all over again. Well, that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this small video. I'm going to be linking the Datapack and the resource pack. Remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.